Welcome back to another episode of Flawless TV. This is your host, DHayes, and on this channel, and today we have so much to talk about. If you have a topic you want me to cover, comment down below or submit your request to my email. And just a reminder, this podcast will be on all platforms. For instance, say if you don't want to see the whole live stream, right? We have episodes segmented and they also drop after the whole live stream drops. So you'll have a 10-minute, 20-minute, they all drop and they will be into, playlists. The full unedited raw version, if you want to hear the mistakes and everything, will be on Twitch, Rumble, and you'll hear it throughout the podcast because the podcast is unedited. So you'll go to Spotify or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts to access the podcast, which is provided by Anchor FM. If you want to watch the shorts, they will be placed on D-Band's vlogs and on social media. Now, let's get into the show after this upcoming break. Go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions. Go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Let's get right into it. Topic 1. Baltimore bridge collapsed after powerless cargo ship rams into support column. 6 presumed dead. This tragedy has had the U.S. shocked, had us in a blaze. Everybody was looking up and paying attention. What is going on? Why did the boat do this? Who was behind this incident? Why are they stopping the investigation to find more survivors? If there were, why did the cars just automatically stop going onto the bridge? Well, let's get into it. As usual, I have my notes here. So, a cargo ship lost power and rammed into a major bridge in Baltimore early Tuesday, destroying the span in a matter of seconds and plunging it into the river in a terrifying collapse that could disrupt a vital shipping port for months. This is crazy. A lot of ships go through there to for products. And if you have a CDL, you drive trucks, you can also relate. For instance, if you take one road to get to this state and that's the best road you take most of the time to get your shipment and to get your pay, then all of a sudden that road is destroyed, you're going to have to find another route, and which also slows the flow of your money. 6 people were also missing. They stopped the investigations, which was crazy. The ship crew issued a mayday call moments before the crash took down the Francis Scott Key Bridge, enabling authorities to limit vehicle traffic on span, Maryland's governor said. So, for those saying, oh yeah, those cars, we're lucky that, how did the cars know that the ship was coming? Well, it was a mayday call. They alerted them ahead of time so that it gave enough time for the authorities to block the bridge. With the ship barreling towards the bridge at a very, very rapid speed, authorities had just enough time to stop cars from coming over the bridge. And this is from the Maryland governor. These people are heroes, Moore said. They saved lives. In the evening, Roland Butler Jr., superintendent for Maryland State Police, announced that the search and rescue mission was transitioning to one of the search and recovery. He also said the search was being put on pause and drivers would return to the site at 6 a.m. Wednesday, when challenging overnight conditions were expected to improve. No bodies have been recovered, Butler said. The crash happened in the middle of the night, long before the busy morning commute, the morning traffic, like people that's that works the first shift, they have to get up early and everything like that. Most of the people that were missing, that was part of the crew, that were missing were part of the construction crew. They were filling potholes in the bridge, and yeah, this situation was crazy. And the Washington, man, I'm not even gonna mention the Washington thing, but Executive Vice President of Bronner Builders said the crew was working in the middle of the bridge when it came down. This was completely unforeseen. He said, we don't know what else to say. We take such great pride in safety, and we have cones and signal and signs and lights and barriers and flaggers. A police dispatcher put out a call just before the collapse saying a ship has lost its steering and asked officers to stop all traffic on the bridge, according to Maryland Transportation Authority. See what I'm saying? First responder traffic radio obtained from broadcastify.com. One officer who stopped traffic radioed that he was going to drive onto the bridge to alert the construction crew, but seconds later, the officer was like, the bridge just fell down. Like, everybody, the whole bridge just collapsed. On a separate radio channel for maintenance and construction workers, someone said officers were stopping traffic because the ship had lost steering. There was no follow-up order to evacuate, and 30 seconds later, the bridge fell and the channel was silent. There was no, the construction workers, there was no, communication. I relate to this because I work in a news station. And sometimes when we're live and I have to cut into things, into breaks and promos and etc., and drop some breaks in order to get live, and everybody has to, be on the same page, sometimes people would just cut breaks without telling anybody, right? And then you have to do the math and do all of that. So miscommunication is a terrible thing in the workplace. They was like, losing this bridge would devastate the entire area as well as the entire East Coast. The Senator Johnny Salling said, because it will. That was a main transport. And like I said earlier, for CDL drivers, if you're taking this road to get to a certain area, like I'm going to say I-75, right? If you're taking that, but all of a sudden I-75 shuts down, you have to go a whole nother route. Even though you take that road is fast enough for you to get to, your destination, and the money is flowing. But the captain of the boat that hit the Baltimore Bridge was from Ukraine. The harbor master was also on the boat. No power equals no steering. Investigation is currently on the way. Before going into theories, usually the captain only supports the pilot who controls the vessel until out to sea. Most likely an American would be in control of the ship, not in control of the power cut. They are captains and on deck. Loss of power would come from below, and law enforcement are investigating who those were. Captains are responsible for the crews. The ship is old and different, but it has a power plant. They all do. For some reason, they stopped using tugboats at that harbor. It will eventually change. It is the harbor pilots that steer ships into and out the harbor. The harbor master provides navigation, command guidance. Most pilots are guides. Records also show that he was not the captain at the time of the incident. He had been captain weeks before. But that's pretty much what I had. The bridge also spans the P River. I call it the P River because it's hard to pronounce. Patapsco. I don't want to get it wrong. The Patapsco River at the entrance to the busy harbor, which leads to the Chesapeake Bay and Atlantic Ocean. Like I said, this is an important This is an important bridge. See what I'm saying? And it also opened in 1977. What say you? What are y'all thoughts on this whole Baltimore Bridge situation? Is this crazy? The whole Ukraine conspiracy? I did put that to rest. We don't want anybody jumping the gun until all the factors are coming out. We're still having more information getting let out, and the more I dig into this and ask people that's actually from that area and know more about the shipments and stuff, we will have more information. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
And together we have one goal: to help you win. My wife and I are both certified fitness coaches with a unique program designed with your success in mind.
Here at Stay Consistent Fitness, our unique program and state-of-the-art facility have both been crafted to offer you a personal, effective, and motivating experience.
We not only believe in our program, but we also believe in you.
We will work alongside you to help teach you the keys to losing weight and keeping it off for good.
Your journey to a healthier you begins with consistency, and we're here to help you learn how.
So schedule your fitness assessment today by clicking the link below.
Welcome back. Second topic of the day. Let's get to it. Let me discuss this Diddy situation. Now, we have some OGs and a lot of people born in like 60s and 70s and all of that. They'll look at me, oh, this guy's Gen Z. He probably does not know what he's talking about. But I'm what they say is a hip-hop historian. I studied the art form all the way to the beginning of the time. I literally went back and started listening to like old hip-hop records, CDs that came out, the underground stuff, whatever comes out now I'm listening to. I'm going on Genius. I'm also when I do the music industry stuff, I'm also talking to labels, getting release slates, posting it on Twitter. I'm doing a lot of stuff when it comes to this hip-hop stuff. I studied the art form. I know the lyrics, a lot of the stuff. And the Diddy situation is crazy because there was a conspiracy about Michael Jackson and how Sony and all of that ties to Diddy's bodyguard, how the bodyguard only went to college. He was 21 and he automatically became the chief head of Michael Jackson's security 10 months before he passed. And that guy connects to Diddy. Diddy was Sony. MJ did not mess with Diddy like that. Also, the Biggie thing, apparently Biggie wanted away from Diddy, and apparently Diddy did something to him and Tupac. There's a lot of conspiracy. There's a lot of factors that tie into Diddy. All I'm hearing is he has done a lot of shady things. Is his time coming? Yes, it is. I don't believe in the whole Illuminati conspiracy thing, but I believe there are people that, like rich, powerful people, some powerful people. They don't even have to be rich either. That's part of these weird type of things that orchestrate this stuff. He has been raided. Homes belonging to Sean, both homes belonging to Diddy were raided simultaneously on last Monday. Homeland Security in New York City coordinated with HSI Miami to raid his Star Island home and his HSI home in Los Angeles. HSI Los Angeles raided his Homely Hills home. HSI New York also released a statement to clarify that these raids were conducted as part of an ongoing investigation. The investigation is speculated to be about sex trafficking, which is an allegation brought up against the music industry mogul in several recent lawsuits. This drama can be linked to Diddy's former girlfriend Cassie, which right now she recently, as we updated right now, Cassie is going to speak out and she is going to point the fingers at whatever Diddy is. Diddy had his time. It's coming. Diddy, his girlfriend Cassie is suing him for an estimated $30 million last year. Cassie alleged that Diddy, whom she dated from 2005 to 2018, mistreated her. But once the paperwork and details were made public, Diddy and his lawyers initially tried to rebuff the lawsuit. Diddy quickly settled. This action sparked many other lawsuits and allegations from other people that worked under Diddy. This has escalated into, surrounding sexually inappropriate behavior and assault from Diddy and possible human trafficking, drug trafficking, sparking the interest of the federal government. 50 Cent is also going at Diddy, which I find hilarious. Him, Eminem, and Dr. Dre has been exposing Diddy forever. They've been beefing with Diddy forever. Eminem was the first one, besides Tupac, but Eminem in the early 2000s, in 1990 through 2003, was the first one calling out Diddy. They was calling him a conspiracy theorist. And then in 2018, Eminem was talking about how Diddy did weird stuff, and he's never been to any of these parties or whatsoever, and he was like, he doesn't agree with the whole thing. And then 50 Cent went on a train and said Diddy's been, him and Diddy has real beef. Same with M, and they've been calling out Diddy and been called conspiracy theorists. And it's just for the sport of hip hop, and just they had nothing else to say. Right? The thing is, Diddy's actions and him being reckless recently and his former employees, him just firing people, and his former employees have led to this situation. Back in the past, Diddy was doing whatever he wanted because the internet wasn't around, right? You couldn't get exposed like that. Diddy could do whatever he wanted. Now with this internet and everything, Diddy is in a huge debacle. There's no way he's getting out of this situation scot-free. He will get time. They're also looking at those tapes. There's probably hundreds of videos. If Diddy is part of an organization, right, like the Illuminati or whatever the elites are, right, whatever you guys say they are, if he's actually part of something like that, those tapes could expose. And apparently to the people that believe in that stuff, they will be the ones, they'll probably take the hit out on them, or probably hire somebody within the federal government and, take them out in prison before anything comes out and help delete the tapes. But I don't think, even if that's possible, I don't think that would be a smart thing to do, because you're exposing your hand. That's reckless. He moved reckless. If the Illuminati stuff is real and they start moving reckless, public's going to know. They will be shut down immediately. What say you? What are you guys' thoughts on this whole Diddy situation? Let me know in the comment section if you have any more information to add on to this. Just let me know in the comment section.
And she kinda red, she a red bone. I'm a light skin, she really got her head on. Get his head blown, nigga, we access.
What's it for? No one loves me anymore, not anymore. I'm insane, I thought you'd know. Lose my mind every time I go. Pray for me, pray for me. I'm seeing red now. Everyone's dead now. That is what I see. Who's gonna stop me? Nothing can stop me.
Welcome back. Let's get to topic number 3. MCU update. Why was I clapping? MCU update. Third topic of the day, MCU update. For a lot of Hulk fans, right? Let me give a little backstory. Since 2019, a lot of MCU Hulk fans been mad because of Professor Hulk. They said Smart Hulk is soft. They made him weak. Hulk was scared to come out and fight against Thanos in Infinity War. They neutered the Hulk. When MCU came out, when She-Hulk came out, they saw the trailer, She-Hulk throwing Hulk into, the trees or whatever. They neutered the Hulk, and then the whole show came out, and they saw Hulk Professor Hulk easily throwing a boulder into orbit with no problem without breaking a sweat. A boulder. Do y'all know how heavy a boulder is? He threw it into orbit without breaking a sweat. I tell people, stop overreacting. Let the film come out. Go in with an open mind. Hulk was not trashing She-Hulk. Y'all don't understand. With the Hulk right now, he's more powerful than he's ever been shown on film. And don't give me that 2003 Hulk bullcrap, because that dude, no. Don't give me that bullcrap. Don't give me the 2008 Hulk, because they're the same Hulk. That was Hulk at his weakest. Right now, Professor Hulk is the strongest Hulk I ever seen on action. In live action, now, he's the strongest I ever seen. Remember in Endgame when he snapped, his whole arm was dang near gone. He lifted up the whole Avengers Tower. Wow. Water was rushing in. You know how heavy water pressure is when it's coming in, and then they're surrounded by ocean. So it was coming in crazy. And he's lifting up the whole building with one arm. One arm. Not his dominant. His least dominant. Holding up the whole thing with one arm by himself. With those little alien creature things attacking him down there too. He came out unscathed, ready to fight Thanos and his whole army. There's no way anybody's going to tell me that's weak. She-Hulk pissed him off one time. He one-shot her and threw her all the way in the trees. He was laughing that whole fight. Apparently, if you guys watched 2008 Hulk, he had training in the martial arts. Hulk didn't. And then in Thor Ragnarok, Hulk himself had gladiator training. So he knows how to brawl and gladiate. Now with Banner's mind, with Hulk's body and some of his mind and brute strength, they're one now. Which this leads to this new character being brought up, which is confirmed, and he might be the new villain during Secret Wars. Before Doom comes. But let me still go on, continue with this background thing. The Hulk, Smart Hulk, I believe is the strongest because he also had training with Captain America doing the Blip. He had martial arts training in his Hulk form, him in Banner form. So one of the smartest men on Earth, the strongest in the universe, and 2-1, that is by far one of the most dangerous characters ever. Banner was smarter than Thanos. Let's be honest, Tony Stark was too. The thing is, with everything combined and he can control himself, that could lead to World War Hulk or whatever you guys get. But we're not getting World War Hulk. This is the brand new update. According to sources at Marvel Studios and Variety, Maestro is the next step for Hulk. Let me explain. Mark Ruffalo wants to bring the evil older Hulk to the MCU. Now, World War Hulk, which leads to World Breaker Hulk and Sentry, since Sentry is confirmed from for the Thunderbolts, would not make sense now. Unless somebody kills Scar, which that's not happening. So, the thing is, you can't have a World War Hulk. It's better. The MCU knows how to adapt. Read the Maestro Hulk comics. There's 2 different alterations of it. And I believe that when it comes to this, it depends if you mesh them both together, but that's what the MCU been doing. They take little bits and pieces and create their own story out of it. But it makes sense since Mark Ruffalo is getting older. With an old Hulk, that does make sense. And with the multiversal type of war thing, when you know, in the comics, when he gets gamma radiation and gamma radiation poisoning, I think some of that had something to do with the Infinity Stones and the multiversal war, everybody dying. That's where Maestro comes. But this also makes sense because of the Infinity Saga. Check the scene with the Infinity Stones, for example. Maestro does get infected and is around during a multiversal war. People keep... But, hold on, let me explain this in a better way. Mark Ruffalo and Kevin Feige agreed to this. Check out Hulk throughout the MCU. Look at his story. People are looking at, oh, we just want him one-dimensional, just smash everything. No. Look at his story without the MCU. I mean, within the MCU. It leads to Maestro. It leads to it. Maestro does not like Hulk, and he does not like Banner. He's his own thing. During an interview with Variety, Ruffalo was asked how long he would continue playing Bruce Banner / Hulk, to which he answered that he didn't know, adding that he's always surprised that he's still here. He continued, I mean, me and previously Bruce Banner actor Ed Norton joked that the Hulk is like our generation's Hamlet. We're all going to get a shot at it. I keep waiting for the next version of it. I mean, I'll probably do it as long as Marvel Studios will have me if people are interested in it, and I can bring something that's interesting to me and interesting to the fans, but I have no idea. Yet the actor, now in his like late 50s, having played the MCU role since 2012's The Avengers, the notion of continuing to play the role as he gets older led to Ruffalo consider the older versions of Hulk like Maestro. He did say, I did look at the older comics of the older versions of Hulk in the comics. And I'm like, okay, the 67-year-old Hulk, that would be interesting if all of us are still here making movies and there's a world that allows us to do that anymore, he explained. With debuting in Peter David and the late George Perez's 2-part limited series, The Incredible Hulk Future Imperfect, the Maestro is a malicious version of the Giant who took over the world. He saw the imperfect version of how this world's going to be. Professor Hulk leads to Maestro. Maestro is smart. He has skills. He was a gladiator. Everything leads to this. What say you? Do you guys believe Maestro is the smartest thing the MCU is doing? Or do y'all still want World Breaker / World War Hulk? If you get that, it doesn't make sense. But Maestro is perfect after this war, and you don't have the X-Men and Fantastic Four fighting Maestro. And then possibly Doom, you know? Doom comes out, Doom is doing all of this, but, you know, you still have Maestro there. Doom stays out of the way of Maestro. So, what say you? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. Be back after this. Go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions. Go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome back. Daredevil Born Again. Let's topic number 4. Daredevil Born Again has wrapped up filming. And it's rumored to have, it's confirmed to have a second season. Let me explain. According to Screen Rant, Forbes, and Variety, Daredevil Born Again is officially done filming. After a bunch of leaked set shots of Matt, Frank Castle, and the rest of the cast, the show will officially move into post-production, where this will be the first of supposedly 2 seasons that is not confirmed, and nor are the exact number of episodes. But given that the show is done filming, we can estimate how long post-production work may take, and as such, probably come up with a release window / release date for Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again started filming in late January 2024, and it's now finished in early April 2024, so that's just barely over 2 months. That was after a creative overhaul, so some work may have already been done, but that's in an incredible short filming period, especially if this season may be 9 episodes, but there's no recent confirmation of that, and I would not be shocked to see it cut to 6, but we're not about to get no 6-episode series. It's going to be 9. They're not about to cut 21 episodes to 13 to 6. It'll probably be 9 if they cut. But post-production always takes a while. Pre-production takes forever. Post-production takes a while, but it does not take forever. It's not going to release until 2025. I'm going to say fall 2025. Probably 9-1. Yeah. Looking at what Marvel's release slate is in their calendar, it's where I'm thinking it's gonna be the fall time. Confirmed appearances throughout the series are Echo, Kingpin, Jessica Jones, which was seen on set, White Tiger. We've never seen White Tiger live action, and based off of what I'm seeing, that looks like the father. And then that you have the daughter that's going to be part of the new Avengers. The Young Avengers soon. So she should appear. You have Bullseye. You have Karen Page, which is confirmed. We just recently had set photos of John Bernthal's Punisher and Foggy Nelson. Now, the rumored appearances. This is crazy because I believe in these cameos and these appearances happening, and it's not there's gonna be some 30 seconds. It's gonna be at least half an episode. She-Hulk will be there. Come on now, she's 100% in this series. Hawkeye may appear. I'm gonna say it may be a cameo or a 1 minute. Like, they gonna have post-credit scene, so it's gonna probably be a 1 minute, 30 minute, episode. 1 minute, 30 second, scene in Spider-Man. Spider-Man will be in here. I'm going to say he's going to be in 2 episodes. He may pop up in the first episode as just Peter Parker, and then he might, in season 2, show up as Spider-Man. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Spider-Man is now street level. They're not far from each other. It makes sense to bring Spider-Man in here, and this will be part of his contract since Tom Holland wanted to do TV shows, right? I'm going to say he's going to be in 3 episodes. He's going to be in a full episode in season 2, and he's going to be in 2 episodes in season 1, meaning the beginning, he just as Tom Holland. The last episode swings in as Spider-Man. But that's just it. Or it's a post-credit scene with Spider-Man in it. But these are my thoughts. What say you? Are you guys excited for Daredevil Born Again? What are your thoughts on the current MCU situation? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any more topics, you guys know where to go. We'll be right after this with the main topic after this. Main topic. J. Cole responds to Kendrick's Like That verse. He responds on 3 different tracks, but the main one is a 7-minute drill. Now, the thing was not 7 minutes. A lot of people have been saying that, but if you understand lyricism and all that, the 7 minutes is, if you understand true MCing and the 7 minutes thing, and if you understand that, you understand why it's called 7 Minute Drill. The song does feel long. It doesn't feel that long, but I'm gonna say the title is more of a double entendre to me. If you just read the lyrics, look at most of the bars, it is a drill. This is a drill. For Kendrick, this feels like a 7 minute drill of him like running up and down, doing whatever Cole's saying, get up, do push-ups, you know what I'm saying? But Cole did respond. In my last show, I did not think Cole would respond, and if he did, it would be beyond bad and, humble, because he did struggle with Diggy Simmons. But I'm gonna say this: Cole surprised me, and didn't surprise me. Didn't surprise me. He came with a lot of. He did exactly what I thought he would do, and didn't think he would do. Let me explain. So when it comes to the humble bars and, saying he's not a battle rapper. I did not expect the aggressive tone. I did not expect him to have, to just go at Kendrick's neck and rip his head off. I did not expect that from Cole. That's not who he is. He's not emotional, like Drake is. Let's be honest. He's not emotional like Drake. He took this as a challenge. Kendrick offered a challenge. Cole took the challenge. Cole is a true MC. Cole is now going to be moved in my top 20 rappers. I know I went viral. I know I had a lot of controversy on Twitter about this, but Cole is moving over KRS-One for me. It's official. KRS-One is now out of my top 20. It is what it is. I like KRS-One's recent single, 50 Years of Hip Hop, but I was like, Cole wouldn't even be in my top 30 if he didn't respond to Kendrick. So, and I was going to delete every Cole song I had. But Cole, he did exactly what I expected him and not expecting him to do. The thing that I did not expect was just the parades of shots being thrown. It was like he's talking directly to Kendrick. Now Kendrick, he used Kendrick's own method. Kendrick didn't say any names, but we knew exactly who he was talking to. Cole didn't say any names, but we know exactly who he was talking to. Did Cole lie and say The Pimp a Butterfly was a boring album when he went on the internet and said, hey man, I love this album, and he did a remix to the songs on there? There's a lot of hypocritical bars, but I'm ignoring those for the state of rap. I like the competition. Like I said in my last show, Royce the 5'9" did pick a side. He is Team Cole. He probably likes what he sees right now. It's Eminem Team Kendrick 100%. I think Eminem would be the ground breaking between those two if he gets them on this song. But back to Cole. Cole's disses to Kendrick was light jabs. There was no hooks, haymakers. There's no, liver. There was no liver punches. There was none of that. He would just light jabs. Let me give you some jabs. Because that's what Kendrick did Cole on there. He gave Cole a light jab, but he was throwing a few haymakers at Drake. Kendrick's really rating on Drake, but he loves the competition with Cole. I think this is a setup for a Kendrick and Cole song dropping this year. They're not really beefing. This is competitive. This is a sport. This is a setup to a Kendrick and Cole track. I believe they'll be going back and forth, but Cole took this as a hip hop competition. If you listen to the whole album that he dropped, the whole EP that he dropped, might delete later. This is pretty much a competitive sport to him. This is how he's feeling now. This is the mind state he's in. He says he's in his prime. I think some things were hypocritical because he said, I'm in my prime, but then you also said in 2023 that The Fall Off might be your last album. So I have questions about this. Yeah, and some of the dates just don't add up, but I'm thinking, yeah, Cole and Kendrick is probably, he isn't upset about the Cole diss. He likes it. It's hip hop. Cole doesn't have no harsh feelings for Kendrick. So these blog sites that I saw this morning talking, like in their little thumbnails, they were saying, oh yeah, Cole and Kendrick are, they have actual real life beef. Kendrick better pull up on Cole. None of that's happening. They're homies in real life. Do they have a song this year? I think 100% they have a song this year. Who will be the mediator between these two? I think Shady will, but that depends on him. Yeah, there's no beef between them, but there is beef between Drake and Kendrick because Drake is emotional. He got emotional about the Control verse. He's been crazy ever since. So Drake been going on Instagram, crying and going on rants. I was like, stop acting like Nicki Minaj. Be a man. Get in that booth and respond on wax. I don't want to hear any of that. Now, I know you don't. Sometimes you're on tour. You don't have time to write out a diss, go in the studio, right? Sometimes you don't have time to do that. You're on tour right now. We understand that. Just don't say nothing. Don't cry. Just say, hey, I love this tour. Love my fans. Keep posting that. Then, whenever you get back home, you're able to get to the studio, record that song, call it a day. Don't record it on the road. We need something good. I don't want to hear some on the road sounding song. I'm going to turn it off. When you're done with whatever you're doing, get in that booth, start spitting. You got to come at Kendrick's neck. I don't want no light jabs. Don't mention no females. Come at his neck. No Diddy. Go at his neck. Right? Just go at his neck. You got to start pushing shots out there. Just throwing shots saying, Kendrick, you this and that. When I see you, I need to hear that from Drake. I need that aggressive meltdown type of verse. I need that. We need that. That's what we are asking for. I don't want to hear no singing. I don't want to hear you saying what kind of girl you like back in the day, and if y'all was in the same high school, Kendrick would never even get to that girl. I don't want to hear those high school bars. I'm only here for what you are going to bring to the table. Kendrick's going to go back at Cole. We know this. But, yeah. Cole's going to respond. And I think when Drake responds, Kendrick's going to release just the craziest diss ever. Crazy diss. But what say you? How do you feel about this 7-minute drill diss? How do you feel about the other shots Cole sent at Kendrick? Is Cole emotional by dissing Kendrick on multiple tracks on that EP? Or is this just competitive for hip hop? Go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions. Go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Thanks for watching the show today. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and support these channels. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll be out of here. Peace.